And this is our flight to Hoi An on Vietnam Airlines, which I didn't mind actually. It's quite a good airline.
Yeah.
But it's good to take the air, because if you go by train to Hoi An, it's like 7 hours or something ridiculous, whereas by plane it's like an hour 30. And if you're from the UK like we are, or UK and Denmark, then the price isn't that bad, I guess. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth the hours you get back.
Yeah, so we knew that we wanted to hit up 3 different spots before we even went to Vietnam, so we had it planned out in the itinerary. And so we flew with Vietnam Airlines from Ho Chi Minh to Hoi An, and also from Hoi An to Hanoi. We landed quite late, as you can see. It's very dark, but I think it might actually not be as late as it looks. This could be around 7:30, 8:30 p.m. because it goes very dark very quick in East Asian countries, as we have acknowledged before.
And it's a good time actually, because you get to immediately see Hoi An is beautiful at night. It's the best at night, and you'll see why. But it's a bit of a long. So you land at Da Nang Airport, and then we got a taxi out to Hoi An. So it's about like 45 minutes, and here we are.
Yeah, so we made the mistake of not recording our hotels. So we had just dropped off our things at the hotel, and the hotel owner had recommended a place for us to eat.
Oh.
Like, even though he's very, very nice, do you think he gets commission?
Yeah.
If we go there?
He does. He must do.
Oh, someone is already like in a boat out there. I don't think it's like a lantern, but like they have a lantern, but it's not the lantern.
That looks cool.
There was an uncle just living on the ground floor of the hotel. He just slept there. And we gave each other a fright on like the second night where we did the laundry.
Oh,
and
later,
this is
later,
Cheshire saying that we'll go on the boat rides later. Because someone came up to us because we stopped to ask if we wanted to go on the boats.
Very, very nice. The people, keep forgetting, it's Hoi An, Hanoi.
Oh yeah.
The people of Hoi An really want you to see all their nice things. So if you stop like we do, they might come up to you and say where you can go on these boat rides, because they really want you to join in. The air is very different here because we're like surrounded by mountains as well. But it's nice. It's very, very nice. Got some kind of market up ahead here that we want to check out. See if we can find something good to eat.
The market was cool. I learned coming back from Vietnam, going to a Vietnamese restaurant, when I told the owner of that Vietnamese restaurant what I saw, he's like, yeah dude, most of that is just tourist crap. I'm like, oh. Well, it was this pizza thing, which I don't know if we got a video of, but there's this like rice paper pizza, which we had for the first time in Hoi An. And it was so good. And then I told someone in England, had this rice paper pizza. And the guy was like, yeah, that's just some tourist stuff. And I was like, oh, okay.
It still tasted quite nice, and the good thing about it was that it was a finger food. And we were a bit peckish because we were like very curious to walk around, because when we land in a new place, the first thing we do is drop off our luggage and immediately go around in the area close to our hotel and just check out what's near. And literally this market, a 5-minute walk from our hotel, something like that, it was literally right around the corner. So we went to this market almost every night because it's like, yeah, it's close and it's lively and it's bright and there's so many people in the nighttime. Later you will see what it looks like in the day, but yeah, so this is just our first night and we basically walked around this whole market area and saw all sorts of things, different booths, and we kept looking at, there's so many lanterns as well, and I do believe that some people say that Hoi An is the land of lanterns.
It is super pretty at night. So yeah, it's definitely the best at night. In the daytime it's really cool, but it's very, very, very quiet. It's really like 180. Nice music.
Yeah, and a lot of these karaoke bars, or a lot of these restaurants, had like karaoke or live music, so it was like someone was singing or performing. It was just very, very lively. And you can see this is clearly it's a tourist thing to take these boats, and I think it's an hour you get on these boats where you release a lantern into the water, and Cheshire and I were already like, yeah, we want to do this, but we didn't do it on this day because we just wanted to walk around and see the area.
Yeah, it was about half an hour actually. And good thing though, I suppose, like no matter which vendor goes to you, it's all the same price, so it's not like one place is cheaper than the other. I've had like 10, 12 vendors come up to me, they all say it's like, I can't remember the price, but it's all the same. So I was like, yeah, no matter who you go with, it's all the same price.
I think my only kind of regret from Hoi An was this wall. I don't remember us finding it again, and I really wanted to find it again because you can get these really nice pictures with these lanterns, as you can see. And I think if I went back, I would go and look for these walls just to get a picture with these walls, because I think it could be like a really pretty picture. But this is definitely also a tourist thing. I don't know if you just go in your clothes, because you can see a lot of these women in there are wearing like, not kimonos, but they're wearing something that's very distinguishedly East Asian clothing, so maybe they'll let you wear some traditional clothing for the pictures, I don't know. But I would definitely take a picture if I went back to Hoi An in those stalls. Do you think you would take pictures if you went back?
I mean, we got a video, why would you need a picture?
Of you with lanterns.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know why we didn't.
I think because we just wanted to walk around and see everything. Like, this market is so lively.
One thing I saw it in Hanoi actually, where someone from, I'll say because I'm South Asian, someone from South Asia was trying to bargain with the vendors in markets. Don't do that in Vietnam. Like, you can try a little bit, but don't expect to go really cheap and lower the cost, because it's just like not worth it, and they don't want to deal with you then. They'll try and make a deal, but like if you go like less than 50% of what they're offering, it'll just become offensive, and it's just like, why are you doing that in a already like slightly poorer country anyway? It's just embarrassing, to be honest.
Yeah, because the exchange rate, at least from pounds to Vietnam dong, is really like, you get a lot of dong for just £1. So yeah, you don't really need to bargain with anything. And we also noticed there's a big difference between the markets, because we've already been in Ho Chi Minh, and there was that market we couldn't film because they kept heckling us to come. And in Hoi An, and I think also Hanoi, they just sit and chill and don't really call for you. And it's very interesting to see how different it can be in just one country. So this is a random side street we walked down.
I would say Hoi An had some of the best side streets. They were really pretty, and really nice cafes. I wish I could just go to all of them. Expensive coffee.
Huh?
Expensive coffee.
Probably, yeah.
And here we have all the lanterns. Each lantern represents each soul within Hoi An.
They might. Did it tell you the story of lanterns?
No.
I think, what was it when I went to the Taiwan thing, the bubble tea one?
Oh yeah.
Where they told us the story of lanterns and what they represent. I don't know if that's true for all countries.
Well, it's about like it's a member of the family who's passed on.
So the story about lanterns that I was told at a bubble tea festival for Taiwanese and Hong Kong culture is that apparently an emperor was threatening to come to the country and burn it down. So one of the cities lit a bunch of lanterns to make it look like it was already on fire, and so the emperor didn't come. And so now the lanterns kind of represent, I guess, surviving and freedom.
Nice. Yeah, so the streets are good. Obviously, everyone's walking the road because the market stalls take up and the restaurant take up the space. But it's pretty safe. Hoi An, I think generally Vietnam is generally quite safe for walking. Just keep your wits about you. But in terms of the cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, Hoi An was the safest.
Yeah. Maybe I would buy a lantern home. Maybe I would buy a lantern home from here as a souvenir.
Whoa.
Careful. Apparently, I'm not really sure where it is, but someone's...
Yeah, for some reason this area wasn't touristy, and it's like literally 2 minutes away from this thing. So I think people just stay around the bars, which is fine, but definitely walk beyond the bars because there's cafes are closed at this time, I guess. There's some cafes that are open. There's a few market stalls, not as many, but you can see like we're coming up to a few more market stalls. But you just I just enjoyed like looking at the stuff like that. Like even though this is probably a very local bar or coffee shop, it's still nice to just embrace it, I feel. And it's not that far, it's literally 2 minutes away, but there's hardly any tourists around this area for whatever reason.
I do think you're right, because there's so much on the other side that you kind of just end up getting, air quotes, stuck over there. We did see some tourists on that side, because I feel like one of the evenings, it might have been the second night, we went on this side to eat and we got a burger place and everyone there was German for some reason.
It's one of the few places actually where everyone wasn't a local and the food was reasonably okay. Like it was a burger place, so you can't really go wrong, to be honest. How are you finding Hoi An?
Nice. The mountain air is very different. I'll deal with it. It's very bright at night. I actually really like this market that's right by our hotel. We gotta find out what this market is called, because I think you should come here. It's very nice. We have some street food from down there.
I think we got it on an itinerary.
Maybe. We'll see. We had some street food from down there. That was actually surprisingly good. I definitely come here again.
Yeah, that's good. Busy. I think there's a lot of tourist traps, I feel, maybe? I don't know. Like, we had a Vietnamese pizza, which was really nice. But I feel like that may have been a tourist trap. Yeah, it's not that expensive. So it's good. And now we're at Lily's Pancakes, which has a very big menu. And I'm always worried about big menus, but Alice was assistant.
Well, I feel like they had a lot of the same produce. Like, it was beef, pork, chicken, and fish. Sometimes with a big menu, it can be okay if they don't use too many different produce.
And I do feel like Lily's Pancake was alright.
It was actually very, very, very good. Even though it's like right peak tourist area, it was very good. And yeah, it wasn't like touristy catered as we just mentioned earlier. It was very much, how do you say? Local food. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so if you go to Hoi An and you're near this market, we'll put the name at the bottom. But do check out Lily's Pancakes. It was actually quite nice.
Although I didn't do much pancake. We had like curry and rice and stuff like that. So.
difference between the evening time we were here yesterday and the daytime when no one is here. This looks like a ghost town today. A ghost town. Like no one is here compared to yesterday where it was so packed.
But it is beautiful this way. Like I love the palm trees and the blue sky. It's really, really beautiful. This is the first pagoda we went to?
No, we couldn't go in there because you had to pay. So this is the first pagoda we actually kind of went to, because today we just kind of went walking, pagoda hunting, and this is the first one we kind of went to. This one is called Bamboo Temple Gate, and it's pretty much just this area. You can go a little bit in back, but it's quite nice.
So we're on our way. We're going to... One thing that Hoi An is really famous for is tailoring. And we went to look for a tailor that was recommended by our hotel. And again, we think that they were friends, but it's fine. It was a good tailor.
Yeah.
But first of all, we went to this temple. We came across on our way to it, which is called... Now I'm going to knock this out, completely say wrong. Chow Fat Bao Temple.
I don't remember if this was the only temple, but you saw in the start that they had these garments you could put on if you weren't wearing long enough, because they do want you to cover to the middle of your shin at least. This temple was very pretty as well. I really liked the colors of the Vietnamese temples. A lot of yellows, pinks, reds, golds, blues. It's very vibrant. And all temples in Vietnam will have a sign outside that if you want to go inside, you have to take off your shoes. So if you ever go to Vietnam, wear shoes that are easy to get in and out of. Like both Cheshire and I wore shoes that were basically slip-ins. So it was very easy for us to take off and on our shoes when we wanted to go inside these temples.
Yeah, this was a really pretty temple. We don't really record inside the temples personally, but inside it was quite beautiful as well. I just don't know the rules about, and I want to be respectful.
I do think there were some temples we recorded a little bit inside, but there were also some of them where we didn't really.
So you can see here it says make sure you're in appropriate clothing, which is fine.
A lot of the temples also had these kind of paintings that you see at the top, which are depicting, I believe, folk tales or mythical stories from religions and from history.
Very likely Taoism.
This is our second temple that we came to. You can see the third. You can see the name just there, Hoi An de Nha, I believe. This temple is a lot bigger than it looks.
It's quite empty on the streets right now because of how hot it is. Not many people are, silly like tourists trying to be out in this weather. To be fair, we are being smart about it. It's not like we're just walking in the sun. I have an umbrella. Cheshire has a hat.
I would say out of the 3 cities, Hoi An had the harshest weather. Hoi An, I mean, we went to Da Nang usually later in the video, but I would say they had the harshest weather. I think because I don't know actually why, but it was quite harsh.
Cheshire found this restaurant, I believe. I'm pretty sure you did. You pointed it out as we walked.
Oh, right. I felt like I Googled it or something. Like, nah, we were past it. Like, okay. And yeah, me getting the standard chips. But I got some chicken because, I don't know, I wasn't too hungry. I was more thirsty, to be honest. So that drink was nice and chips were chips.
I think also it was becoming lunchtime at that point. And this is our 4th temple, Hoi An. This one is bigger than it looks. I thought it was the other one, but this one is bigger than it looks. Like, it might not look as big from the outside, but it just keeps going on and going on, basically.
When looking up Hoi An, I don't know why, but no one mentions these temples. I guess for locals or people from that region, this is just a temple. But from us who don't have any of these temples in our homes, these are always quite new and exciting for us. So we are going to temples where, if you're from China or Japan or Taiwan, it's like, yeah, we got these temples back home. But for us, it's quite nice to see.
And I like that this one has this mosaic detail out here, which is, we don't see a lot of temples with that. And again, you see like with the soft kind of pink reds and the yellows, greens, blues in here, whites in here. This is still the same temple. It's just we've walked past the gate now. But it's still the same temple. It looks so different just because we passed through it.
More of the temple, so yeah, go past the shrine and there's more stuff here. Yeah, more of the gates.
This is one of those, like, it looks like you're done seeing everything, and I think we were about to turn around before we went here, and then you spotted some kind of door that was kind of off to the side, and we walked through and it was like, oh, there's a lot more temple here. We would have missed this if you hadn't spotted that door. So some of it is kind of like hidden, you have to look for it. as you can see, we are the kind of people we really, I think in Vietnam was where our interest for temples really woke up, because I remember when we went to Hong Kong and we went to Taiwan after we'd been here, and our first priorities was to look up where are all the temples. We just want to see them. We want to, like, we were really mesmerized by these temples, and Vietnam was the start of that for us. Like, I know we went to temples in Japan, but we didn't go to as many. Oh yeah, I believe this was the one where some French guy was showing people around and like telling stories about the temple. There were a lot of French tourists here, and French as one of the languages they translate to.
No, that's good.
What?
I said that's good. This is pretty.
So you can see this is being filmed on the way out. So all of that was just one temple where you had to find all these doors kind of hidden and kind of not, and it just kept going on. It was massive, and it just doesn't look like it from the outside.
So this was a festival, or some sort of like celebration for a festival that the locals were doing. Really nice. I like the music a lot.
And this was just kind of randomly happening as we walked back. And we had plans to go to Hoi An Memories Land later, which is going to be another video for you because it's quite long, because we filmed a lot in there. It was really, really magical. Look forward to it. But this was just something random that happened on the way back, and we just had to stop and watch it. I believe this is a story they're telling about, because Vietnam and Japan has this kind of friendship going on, and these stories about people being married to each other across the two nations. I think this might be one of their stories about that. I'm not 100% sure, so if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments.
Công nữ Ngọc Hoa theo chồng về Nhật năm 1619, sinh sống được 26 năm. Bà được người dân vùng Nagasaki hết sức quý mến. Có giai thoại kể rằng bà gọi chồng là ai ơi, dần dần trở thành tên gọi thân mật của bà là Alion. Bà qua đời năm 1900 chùa Daioji tại Nagasaki. Tên bà được ghi là Wakaku hay còn gọi là Wakaku Tomi.
This one, you just ducked to not get hit by the flag post, but it was crazy. It was nice. I actually really enjoyed this. I think because we just stumbled over it. Where do you see things like this other than Vietnam? I don't know. But also, look at the details on that ship. So that was our first video. Next video, we're gonna go to Hoi An Memory Land.